Hello there and welcome back. I believe last time we finally got ourselves 3 kingdoms at 42, which well, puts us in an awkward position because I need to live now until 72, possibly 73 since I'm born 1st of January and it's in December. We have some disabled buildings here, we have low control because just conquered areas. Okay, I thought Halstein was Hastein there for a second, the guy that went to conquer something here, but apparently I can't find him. Probably died during the battles or something. But yeah, now for the other regimes that we're going for, the Fast and the Fox, it requires me to conquer Sicily, while still tribal. We might be able to pull that off. It's kind of, you know, it's gonna be difficult. They have a lot of troops. So I would assume that we could like start with Benevento, get Africa done, get East Francia out of here, and then we're gonna have to fight the Bizzies. The problem with the Bizzies is that they have 4 counties, so I'm gonna have to do 4 wars, which means assassinations, and altogether a lot of, you know, unhappiness for all parties involved. We are going to declare wars here. I should again just finish off Denmark. I think that was my plan, finish off Denmark. Just basically get the Norse rulers under my command here, because they'll give me more troops. Why the... Oh, you have a Norseman army, but which I believe you used to attack me at one point. But we'll conquer your county, because even if you have 10,000 men, I don't think they'll get here in time to help you. Because they should be busy with their own war. So, let's do that. For Skåne here, we're gonna also go Duchy, not that one, Skåne, there we are. You also have 5,000 men, you'll have that of... Again, I think it should be fine, we'll go for this dual war. If it doesn't pan out, it's up to me. I'll just, you know, offer white peace, hopefully I'll be allowed to. But, I need to do this. I also need money so I can get rid of my stress level, because it's not good for me. I can work off some stress though, so let's just do that. That helps with my stress level. I'm no longer overwhelmed. And I want to make another summoning point here. And we'll raise all our men. It'll take 2 months, which might actually put me in a bad position. But yeah, we'll work with that. Okay, we'll send those men, and then we'll raise the rest here, which should... I don't know how many are gonna be raised. Oh, just 84. We decided to wait basically an extra month to have 34 men pop up and help us. So, my son Björn here, I can make him temperate, just, or cynical. I'm gonna stick with temperate. Temperate is a good perk, it gives us more health boost, some stewardship. And generally, it's pretty okay. I'm gonna have to deal with this army, I feel like. Gonna sail there after we siege down this, hopefully. Let's up our troops. And you are sieging basically in the same speed that I am, I think. So, let's do this. Again, our enemies have big armies. If they, you know, end up in my area. So hopefully I can siege this before we end up with that adventurer. But we'll just have to see. My pessimistic concubine is now held against her will. How did she get imprisoned? I would assume that she's in my court, but clearly not. That's a bit concerning. The fact that these guys are running away hints towards me being able to fight them, so we'll just try and hunt them down. See how that battle pans out. That's a different battle. I can marry my son, so let's get that done. This battle seems to have gone well. Good. I'm gonna go back and start sieging Halland. 200 men, that's fine. Siege is complete. Okay, if you don't want your son back, I am going to get rid of your son. That's fine. Force advance. And how are we looking here? We can make... Let me take that back. We can't make that. This guy loves me, so I'm going to give him that one, and he can create the dukedom himself. We are doing things easily here. If something can be sorted down easily, I will do that. And again, I'm just going to secure this area to get my Levi numbers up. Then we're gonna secure the English heartlands, and then we're gonna go and try and get to Sicily and see what we can do there. But I have a feeling that Faster Than a Fox is not gonna be done here. I have a feeling the Canute achievement is more difficult. So if I have to choose between the Fox and Canute, I'm gonna do the Canute achievement first. I don't understand why you offer me a white piece when, you know, nothing's really happened. I'm also, again, I'm probably gonna just subjugate this guy because he has a decent chunk of land. And I'm gonna go for this guy because, you know, he messed with me. My lord, a search of yours for mere beast, I have to admit it worries me. Maris Goody Solvi approaches me as I sift through reports of new sightings of the Light Heart. Evidently, anything that mounts so much attention could be sent by Loki, as if its existence is not a sign of the Allfather himself. So basically, the heart is messenger of Odin. I could get some piety, a loss of opinion, or I could just say you're right, what I've been thinking, and no longer hunt the animal. But we go with this, and we gain some piety, so I'm fine. Have we captured any more prisoners? We have. I have no idea where I've gotten 2 Catholics from, but that's fine. We could also take Normandy here, or Neustria, if we want. From all my evening watching stars, I've seen with my own eyes what I've only heard of before. The stars move at different speeds and reverse their course at different times, but seemingly in large groups, depending on which celestial sphere they belong to. Indeed, with the right calculations, one could even predict their movement. My Rick Scooty does not approve, of course. Leave the skies be. The celestial realm is for the elders to know. I will find my answers in the heavens, gain some learning, gain some stewardship and learning, prestige, and I could become cynical. Or I could just, you know, focus on earthly matters and basically not question religion. But we're gonna do this because I have a habit of, you know, pissing off my Rick Scooty. It's just how things are. And of course we get more experience from that, which is important. So Björn, my temperate and diligent son, wants to be shy. I could make him impatient, which would probably be better than shy, to be honest. But also scheme resistance and a little bit of learning for diplomacy, I can live with that. I want you to go and deal with that siege. We've taken some prisoners here. Are you willing to pay for these? 10? 50? We'll take that. No good perks. Then you know your fate. They've raised an army here that's currently under, you know, preparation. We'll attack that. See, we did not capture any new prisoners, sadly. Again, they're asking me if I know the pagan virtues, or rather the ascetic virtues. So ferocity should be one of them. Yep. He is pleased with my choice of action. Basically, vengeful, brave. Let's have a look. What are our virtues? Wrathful rather than vengeful. Brave and vengeful. No, wrathful and vengeful. Both are my traits. And we have one-eyed and poet. So you should, if I'm not mistaken, as long as you answer with a virtue, you should be good when it comes to that. Valencia has joined the war. We should still, you know, win this war before it becomes a problem. So I don't mind. I'm gonna finish. Am I having luck with the events right now? Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, the extra troops have arrived, but we'll win this war before they become a problem, so it should be fine. I'm probably also going to allow this siege to finish just for potential money. And my spouse, Tony Day. The sun is shining and peasants are milling about the tourney hosted by my wife. All my champions cheer as Queen Vigdis announces the tournament in their honor, and for once I get to simply sit and watch. I'm not going to spend the entire day stuck on a throne, however. I too cheer my champions. I gain 20 opinion. I could give Halstein a few pointers, who is my son, or I can gain some prestige. So honestly, I guess I'll boost my son. That sounds weird, but yeah, we're basically giving our son some more battle traits, which is beneficial to us. Oh, did I ransom you? Did not mean to. There we are. And we will enforce demands here because I'm happy with that. Again, we have the problem that vassals do not like the way I rule. You have decent stats like 15, 16, 14, 18, so... And you don't hate my guts, so why not make you... I wouldn't expect it to be a runestone anyways, it's gonna be destroyed. So it should be fine, honestly. I can create a new runestone, let's carve one. And we'll put that in Middlesex, there we go. Basically solve the control issue now. Nordmark is a count. Let's disband our troops. And let us... You are being attacked, I assume. Yep, they are taking back this county for me. That's beautiful. That's actually beautiful. There's no other way to put that. My vassals are dealing with the problem that I had. That's terrific, honestly. Do I have what it takes to clear one of these guys too? Yeah, this should be fine. Yes, and this basically means that we need like just a couple more wars to unite. Basically Scandinavia, except for Finland and Sapmi, which I'm gonna wait with. They are not as important, I feel. We're gonna do this, basically, get Sweden, and then we're going back to... Are you all running away? Oh, we found another whale. I can hunt the whale myself. I can let the others handle it, just bring the carcass, or I can... Have I got the whale? I feel like I've got this before, but basically we went out at sea here, and well, we found a small island of wine dark flesh rolling out of the waves. The great beast of all the depths, a whale. We can use our hunter traits to get, you know, more money. Right now money would actually be good, so let's gamble. I might become wounded, but we succeeded and I got 300 money. That is good. There we are. And I will let you go and siege Nordmark. Will you make it that in time? Oh, you kept the siege going. I like that. And we are apparently sailing a lot lately, so we'll try and help the basically raiders that's been out and coming back, and we saved the crew. Good. Now I want you to go and just deal with that siege right away. We have captured a valuable hostage during the Battle of Nordmark. Are you worth money? You have money, so I'm gonna allow the siege to go to the end. Because I really want to, again, build up money. We have 30 years now to build up money before we become feudal. And I'll really buff my Demnes quite a bit. I just received an email. Sorry if that shows up on video. But basically it's telling me I have an assignment due today. Which I luckily have already delivered. So I don't need to actually worry about that. There we are. I don't think I have fought these guys. I should be able to just kill them off. They are weakened because it's a Jorvik army too, so we could go back to England after this and deal with Jorvik, which would be good. Did we capture a bunch of valuable people? A poet, a lisping. Yeah, I'm gonna take the prestige. I can live with that. And do we have anyone else here that are worth money? What is that trait? He's a bastard founder. So basically a bastard that gained a title. There we are. We can enforce demands. And it's a new duchy, so let's find someone to take care of this new area for us. I could give it to my son and play heir, but I'm gonna not do that. Hastein, he's an old man, but I guess he's a decent choice. He'll probably get himself like killed in a month, just so I need to hand out the place again, but he's a good fighter, and I value that, I really do. We have captured some more men during that battle, and it would seem like I kind of want to, you know, recruit this guy. He has a decent amount of prowess, 16, so if we recruit him, we'll basically use him for battle, and I can, again, live with that. We will do this for West Scotland, and then we shall go deal with Bergslagen. Manfred comes of age. We need to find her a husband to, again, more dynasty, more options. Now, the reason why I'm so focused on growing my dynasty is actually really simple. I'm gonna go for farming renown later, so that we can get a lot of dynasty traits. And renown farming is going to require me to A, have a lot of living members, but B, have members that I can make kings and queens throughout Europe. Basically, as you can see here, there's a lot of potential kingdoms that I can make. If we go Empire View, Scandinavia and Britannia are basically going to be the two areas that I hold myself. I'm going to basically stay up in the northern left of the map here, and that is going to be my home. The rest that's required for achievements, I'm going to basically hand out to my relatives, and I'm going to see just how much renown I can pull off by the end of this playthrough. It's just, again, one of those little funny side achievements that you can do, just because, you know, they are interesting. They do have a decent force here, as you can see, so once we're done with these sieges, we'll have to go up and deal with that. Jorvik's armies are suiciding into me for some weird reason. I think they're Jorvik armies, yeah. And that should make it easy to kill them later. So, oh, this guy actually has even more prowess than the other one. There we are. Could also be a way, you know, for these guys to sneak people into my realm to try and assassinate me. Oh, there we go. The guy I gave NeroBax to has died. Didn't take, you know, very long, sadly. Let's see. Do we have anyone with... Oh. We have a Duchess here with cancer. Sad. No Norse ones. Didn't I... I do not like the fact that it does not remember the settings you set up here. So, let's do this. And that should fix most of the problems. I have a 30 intrigue Earl who loves my guts, and I'm very happy that he loves my guts, because otherwise he could potentially murder me. And that would make me very, very sad, especially considering that we basically got the, like, ground patchwork done. We had a councillor die. I would assume it's the one with the cancer, sadly. So we'll put this guy in charge. He does not like me. My spy master, we can actually switch out because we have a way better one. Like, way better. And that's just, you know, insane. As you can see, scheme discovery chance by his intrigue skill. It's a lot better. And I can also go with finding secrets down the line, because finding secret is going to be important, because it will allow me to, with the Scandinavian elective that we are going to get as our laws down the line, it'll allow me to find hooks on people that I can then use to force them to pick my candidate when it comes to the election, if you will. Mystical knowledge. I've come across a book describing how ancient devotees used trances and visions of ecstasy to commune with Asgard. It seems a strange practice in our modern age, but perhaps there's something to be learned from them. I wonder what will happen if I imitate these practices, or what do other texts say. So basically, I can't remember this event. I could try and imitate, but I have a feeling this could potentially impair my health, or I could, investigate it a bit more before I do it. So let's investigate it a bit more, just to be safe. I think the other one might be Wise Man event, like the trait. I'm a bit uncertain. The more I dig into the ancient text, the more I discover. Could the mysterious practices of the ancient devotees predate even Norse itself? I seem to have stumbled across something remarkable. This is teaching me so much about my fate. So I can get a learning, +1, and a lifestyle perk unlock, or experiment a little after all. Again, I have no idea what this does, but we are playing it safe here. I'm gonna go with this, like +1 learning and a perk is good. We need 3 more perks now to get whole of body. The question is what we're gonna do once we get whole of body. Honestly, if I look through these, I don't think there's anything. Oh, that one would be nice. Monthly prestige per dread. We're basically always max at dread, so it would double our prestige gain. But yeah, as I said, getting sappers and strategists would be nice, but I'm barely leading forces of my own anymore. So we could, blackmail people for hooks. But honestly, I think I'm just going to continue here, because we are most likely going to become if we aren't already, we probably are, to be fair. I probably just forgot. Yeah, the cultural head. We should be fascinated by onagers. Now, the research in this game, I've probably gone through this. If I haven't, I'll go through it now. Research in this game is based by your culture. So, if other people, basically we have a shared skill or technology tree, the Norse people do. And currently we are fascinated or being exposed to moddies. Exposure is one of our neighbors have a tech ahead of us, or have a tech that we do not. And exposure basically means that we get a buff to increase our, research time. The fascination is decided by the culture head, the ruler of this culture that has most Norse counties. And I want the onagers because they are men-at-arms that give siege speed. And as you can see, 10 or a 1 size give 0.2. We can up it to 5. So basically, one set of onagers can double our siege speeds. 2 sets of onagers would make it 3 times as fast, etc. So there's a lot of nice things here. After that, we're probably going for ledger to get extra domain limits, crop rotation for economic buildings, etc. Some of these are, you see, very, demanding. We need to have 7 counties in Deccan India that are Norse to research this. We need 27 counties in India or Southeast Asia to be Norse in order to get war elephants. Camels, we can do the same, but it needs to be 48 counties in Middle East, Persia, or North Africa. And West African canoes, as you can see here, it gives raid speed, major river sailing costs. So again, we need to have 22 counties in Western Africa to be Norse. So there are specific, restrictions to each area. So we could get all of them, but or maybe that was what we should do, try and unlock all the research. The problem is the culture splits at one point. I believe we still keep the culture tree we had when we split, but it's one of those things that I'm gonna have to look a little bit more into to figure out what actually happens. Now we're gonna do quite a big spread here to figure out the sieges, but we have Jarl Dag here that we're going to ransom, and we're gonna ransom this one as well. There we are, and force demands. We got both of them. We handed the dukedom over to this guy, so I'm going to give him the other 2 counties as well. That should be okay. Now, as you can see, my armies currently have a pretty huge problem with supplies. We're losing a lot, but it should be fine. We should be able to win this war before, that happens. I'm still looking for the White Hart. Since the start of my search, reports are coming in from all over the realm of people spotting the flighty White Hart. To shift through the accounts and sort facts from fiction is a huge task, if only the reports were more reliable. I can employ people to look for it. I can tell my steward to do it. He loses 15 opinion on me because it's cruel to put him at work. Or I can do it myself with some stress. I can also give up, but honestly, I'll just do it myself. I did not have any stress. I can bear a little bit of stress, just ever so slightly. My neighbors are winning wars. Yamtalan has been cut down to size. We got this back, which is good. And honestly, the dukes in my country will sooner or later start conquering a lot of land on their own, which means that I'm gonna have to get there. I'm basically gonna have to, when it comes to modifying contracts, I'm gonna basically have forced petition on all of them down the line. But for right now, it doesn't matter. I can wait with that. Fishy business. It began as an occasional threat, not a threat. Unusual habit, but I'm a good Norseman, and what good Norseman hasn't eaten some dodgy herring in his time? Over the last few weeks, though, Queen Radia's predilection for utterly rotten fish has gone from tolerable idiosyncrasy to a pungent omnipresence. This morning, when I discovered what she had done to the latrine, I decided I had enough. I found her in the hole, face soaked in fetid brine, half a fish eye lazily dripping down her chin. So basically, she is falling in love with rotten fish, and she keeps on eating it. I can simply move my quarters. Vigdis will stink up my court. I could just chuck her in the dungeon. Or I could just, run away. And honestly, that seems like the best choice. We're also gonna do the divorce. Because... oh, I didn't pause. Oh, it's not her that I want to marry off, it's myself. Let's see if we find someone here with decent traits. Again, the official story is that we divorced her over the fish. The unofficial story is something else. I guess our best option here is her. Chieftain of Trakai, a single chieftain. Tasman. It's like, I don't like the alliance, but I can live with it. And we also need to find a spouse for you. Why are you being offered a genius? Are you that much better than me, son? But we'll accept that genius into our family. And I can ransom some people. Because I guess siege is completed. 100. I'll take that. You are depressed, so... okay, you're not depressed, you're melancholic. There's a slight difference. We have won the war. Yep, we have won the war. Let's enforce demands. There we are. Oh, someone's for Sweden. This is actually good, because as I said earlier, I want to just subjugate him to make it easier on myself. And honestly, letting him be right now and just let him basically conquer Sweden would probably not be the worst idea I've ever had. Now, I think we also got all the counties here for ourselves, so we're going to grant them to a fitting vassal, which will in this case be my son. So, again, there is a runestone here that isn't something I've put up. So I guess that confirms that the AI will make runestones. So I just need a huge dynasty, and as long as some of my dynasty members are independent, they should put up runestones for the saga experiment. What am I saying? Achievement. So I honestly, leaving Norway for time being should be okay. We can currently get up to 8,000 troops from, or almost 9,000 troops. So with that, I feel like we can finish off England now, get the counties we need, and from there we can start working on Sicily. We spent 5 years fighting these wars for, well, a part of Sweden and the rest of Denmark. We're going to take Alfheim when the truce expired, but for now, we have weakened Jorvik to the point where they don't really have any troops left. So we're definitely going to fight them. We're going to get Wales, we're going to get Cornwall. And once we do that, we'll have to make the decision if we're going into Scotland or Alba or Ireland. So thank you for watching, and we'll continue this next time.